Hi everyone, today I will be showing you my round 1 recap of Sunway Sitges A 2022. This was a very strong tournament. In the lineup was Alex Cinco Krill, Yu Yangi, Hans Niemann, and a few other strong, and loads of other strong players. Um, in the end, Alex Cinco Krill won the tournament with 8.5. Drawing 3 games. Hans coming in second, drawing I think 4 games. Mohamed Tabati, who lost 1 game and drew 2, getting joint second with Hans. And Hans and Mohamed Tabati played a blitz tiebreaker to decide for second and third. Hans won the tiebreaker, and Hans went on to get second, and Mohamed Tabati to get third. Okay, so I missed the first round because it was my sister's birthday, so I stayed in England for that, and then I flew into round 2 with having very little sleep, 4.5 hours sleep. So I wasn't on much form. I wasn't very awake. I wasn't very ready to play, but I still played. So the game started off with e4, one of the most common moves with e4 and d4. I played c5, the Sicilian. He went for knight f3, which is the main line. There are other forms of Sicilian, like the closed Sicilian, Smith-Morra Gambit, which is also fairly often played, but with lower level players. Okay, so I went for e6, the timing of Sicilian, or the Khan. He went for d4, the main move, open Sicilian. We traded, and I went for knight c6. He played knight b5. I prepared for him playing knight c3, which is the most common move. Knight b5, I think, is the second most common move, as it says in the Masters database, and second engine move. So we played knight b5. Normally what they want to do is transpose into a Maroczy bind, but without you trading here. So what happens normally is d6, c4, knight f6, knight 1 c3, a6, knight e4, and now this is a Maroczy bind. Okay, but instead I wasn't too sure what to do, and I went a6. I now know what to do. I now know that d6 is the best. D6 is the best after knight b5, so that's what I'm playing from now on. So after a6, knight d6 check, bishop takes, queen e7. I thought I had a good position, but after queen g3, there's pressure on this pawn. I went for knight f6, which is a sacrifice of a pawn, but if he takes it, it isn't very good, because I can come here, and if he moves his queen, I can bring my rook in, and then take this pawn. And now I'm pushing for the win. So instead he didn't take that pawn, and he developed. I brought my knight to the square, attacking this pawn. So now he plays bishop d3, defending that pawn. But now I thought, okay, I'm worse, so why not take something from him? He has the bishop pair. Let's take the bishop pair. So now he went queen takes, which is a little bit of a dubious move. I think he should have definitely taken with the pawn, keeping linked pawn structure and still putting pressure on this pawn. But anyway, he went queen takes. I went d6, trying to transpose into a Shevchenko, which is too late. I should have played d6 instead of a6, because now after bishop d5, if e5, then knight d5, and queen d8, f4, and I'm just lost. So I go for h6, trying to take away the bishop. He takes. I take with the g pawn because I thought taking with the queen would be admitting I'm a lot worse. So after castles, I play king d7, which is probably the worst move that I played. But it wants me to go bishop d7 and sacrifice the pawn. This variation. which I don't really like because I'm down a pawn and it's pretty much guaranteed loss. Whereas here I still have some hopes. So he went knight a4, trying to attack here and fork me. So I moved out of the way with my rook. He went in, I moved my king, he went queen a3. I brought my bishop out, trying my last hopes. Queen a5, I went king d8, trying to escape, rook d2. And I should have just gone king e8, but I went bishop c6, thinking it was a really solid position. But he went knight d5, but now he has knight d5 check, b6. And the only difference is my bishop isn't on d7 anymore, so when I take, my bishop's hanging. And to add on to that, I'm forked, so I just resigned here, and this is just a lost position. So, not much to say about this game. It's very short, this recap, because it wasn't only 22 moves. My next games are a lot longer, and there's a lot more to analyze. Yeah, this wasn't a very good game. I just blundered really early. I blundered on move 5, didn't know what to do. But anyway, overall, just not a very good game, as I said. Thank you for watching round 1. Round 2 and the other rounds are a lot more exciting because I've had more than 4 hours sleep. So, hope to see you in the next video. Thank you and bye.